Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Bravo. Right there. Crunch. Check 99. Check 99. Check 4. Check 4.
Throwing is Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise. To me, that's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready, break. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, stand up. Defense.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. Line 42. I'm scared. Hey, orbit. Switch it. Get it.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. but more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you. Go. Hey! Check. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Now.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Double tight. 4 down. Hey, team 6, 5.
Johnson running left. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Rush in. Sponge.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? There wasn't the line that jumped that time, the 2nd level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. 2nd level, probably because they moved up to the 1st level, and that hurts them.
Bobo to Mike. Mike Bobo. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Go. Shoot.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Ready. Mike 42, check. Mike 42. Now.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Hey, box truck.
Johnson running right. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Prater. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got inside. Plant.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
What's the run? They're running it.
Now they try the right side here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
It's our time. Zoom, zoom.
And to give this time to the tailback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
319. No game on this defense, no game. Check. Check. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Back north. Jump out. We own it. Hey, Alpha. 13. Check 13. Go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, check 26. Check 28. Echo.
Here's Rodgers throwing again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. The 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Looking to throw on second down. Tannehill out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Hey, Delta. Hey. Check. Come on. 44. Mike, 44. Hey, wahoo. Ready? Keep grip.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown on the year, and the Lions have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check it back. Lynn. Hey, flag.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Bring it. We 19. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten. Get 300. 50. Pass. Kill.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. No problem there on the extra point. The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Move. Hey. 4 down, 4 down.
Yeah. Hey, Haywood! Spike!
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check 31.
Right left!
Check 9, check 9.
Jim.
Kelly, front left, Kelly.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Going up top. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys are able to regain the lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, D.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Hurry. Come.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie. 44. Go.
Now it's Tannehill. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Ready. 50, plant. Leo. Check. Who draw Porter? Hey, lock it. Hey, exit. 44 is the mic. Look at me. Zipper. You ain't going nowhere. 44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball. Ready, go. Let go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Watch the pass. 44 is the mic. 44 is mic.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Go.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They give to Johnson going right. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From just shy of midfield, Tannehill. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Set up, 60 outlaw. Hey, Foxtrot.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Packers' 42-yard line.
On the ready.
44, Mike, 44.
Watch the curl, watch the curl. Hey, Alpha. Let's go.
Throwing on second down, Tannehill. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's third down and 10 yards to go.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Go! Go! Say go!
Tannehill. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down.
Hey, high 7.
Better break. You better break. I'm letting you know right now, you better break.
Play.
They snap it to Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Slam.
Hey, Delta.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Second and goal from the 1 to Johnson again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Ty Johnson, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit.
Yeah, Liz. See, Mike.
From the 30 on second down, Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Save.
See, Mike.
44, Mike, 44. Hey, tight.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
26.
Mike Spopo.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Check it out, Reed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. In on the tackle, Jalen Reeves-Maben.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Green 18.
Show
Inside. Back north. Hey, wahoo!
Mike 51.
Jump again.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of
I
it.
guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
Green 18.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Result of the play is
Ready. 18 Gator. Hey, Haywood.
Shoot.
Fight.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season, as his guys have now moved out in front. Prater for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down,
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Switch.
Slant.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
35 to Mike.
We are going.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Right now. You got 58.
Get nervous. Switch.
On play action. Now Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep over them. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Hey, watch the slant. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Hey, that QB's trapped.
Back to throw, Tannehill. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off, or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Pick me up. Here we go. 51 to Mike, boy.
Zoom.
Get him. Get him. Get him.
26. Look at you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
44, Mike, 44.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
35 to Mike.
Rodgers now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers, this one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Working the sideline there, good route, good catch, first down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
In your
30.
On first down, Rodgers. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Jump out! Hey, orbit!
35 to Mike. Stop your whining.
Mike 35, Mike.
Over.
Check safety, check safety.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Go!
35 to Mike.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Tannehill, and an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, dude.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Johnson. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Ready? 10 logo. Hey, Alpha.
You can't block me. Mike 42, Mike 42.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Kill. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Echo. Let's go.
Again, it's Johnson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson, 51 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Hey, high 7.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, oh, come on, oh.
Hey, Delta.
Find the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this will be incomplete.
Rodgers pass. Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check 3. Shoot.
Back north. Back north. Jam.
Motion. 51's the mic.
Hey, wahoo.
Rodgers, the throw again. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
88. Hey, Haywood.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Watch the curls. Check hot routes.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
26.
35's the mic.
Hey, Charlie.
Now Rodgers operating from the gun. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.